Hi, today is November 22nd, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1868 for the year. It's in three parts. It's called Defiance. Part 1. To wear a tropical pineapple shirt in late November is an act of defiance. Perhaps it is not as much of an act of defiance as wearing such a shirt in January or February, but it is an act of defiance. Part 2. I will wear the tropical pineapple shirt for at least part of the day, and I will wear it again in January or February. I'm not going to go outside wearing only the tropical pineapple shirt and no coat or gloves or scarf or pants or anything. I'm not that defiant. Part 3. Nor will I wear the tropical pineapple shirt at any protest gatherings that I may or may not attend in the coming months, because such protests would involve different types of defiance, and when it comes to defiance, I don't like my clothing to clash. I'm not that kind of defiant. Poem number 1869, Dream. I woke up yesterday morning from a dream that all of the poems that I am to write for the next few months had already been written. This dream was almost a nightmare. It is true that sometimes I start to write a poem a day or two before the day for which it will be designated. This poem, for example, was begun yesterday, as was the previous one, but I'm not so industrious that I would write even a couple of days' worth of daily poems in advance, nor would I want to. If all of my poems for the next few months had already been written, what would I do with my morning? So yeah, that dream I had the night before last was kind of a nightmare. It would suck for me to have nothing to do. Poem number 1870, A Better Plan. This morning I saw an Instagram post from the songwriter and occasional actor Paul Williams, where he fondly reminisced about the intentionally bad songs that he wrote for the movie Ishtar. The post reminded me that I wanted to see Ishtar again. I don't want to overstate its quality before I actually see it again, but I tend to be an advocate of much maligned motion pictures. I didn't like Plan 9 from Outer Space, but I get why people do. But I loved Cimino's Heaven's Gate, which I have seen twice, and I loved Elaine May's Ishtar, which I have seen once. I need to see all four of her films again. Maybe I can convince someone to see some of them with me this long weekend. That is a better plan than Plan 9 from Outer Space. Poem number 1871, Gross Injustice. It was a gross injustice, like it was really disgusting. I will spare you all of the details, but I will provide you with some. First, the judge began burping loudly and asked about what happened at the party. Then the defendant turned around and farted. When asked why, the defendant turned around again and shitted. The prosecutor then asked about the relative attractiveness of the defense attorney's mother, and then tried to introduce as evidence two meatballs in a brassiere. Someone on the jury announced that they had been prejudiced and then spurted out some hideous racial epithets. Then the foreperson began projectile vomiting, and soon the entire courtroom floor was awash with upchuck. The defendant was found neither guilty nor not guilty and was awarded $12 million and sentenced to 12 years at Diarrhea College. It was very disgusting justice. To call it gross injustice really doesn't do it justice. And the last poem of the day, also in three parts, is called The Shirt. The shirt I am wearing was given to me by my friend Whammo. I think he thought it would be funny if I wore it. I think it is funny, but I am not always right about what is and isn't funny. Part 2. This morning I was asked by a man named Paul Taylor if this shirt was by Paul Smith. It has no label in it, so I very much doubt that it is. My friend Adele always remarks that this shirt is hot whenever I wear it. I don't agree with her, but I am not always right about what is and isn't hot. Actually, that poem's going to be called This Shirt. Thank you. I appreciate you. I think the poems were a little off today. If you have any opinions, let me know. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you.